take a light. Be the light. Take it and make it you. Niceness, being kind, it really goes a long way. When I was in middle school, I wasn't very nice. And it wasn't until sophomore year, I met this guy at school, and he was the theater king. I think I've talked about this before on this channel, but I'm just going to talk about it again. I remember when I was sitting there going, oh, shoot, he's going to graduate, and I won't get to see him anymore. All of a sudden, it struck me like, well, it's not just me that's not going to see him anymore. There's so many kids who are coming into this high school who are never going to have an experience with him. How... It shook me to my core, because he was graduating, and I was a sophomore, and I was like, I have 2 more years at this high school without this guy who has changed my life, and all these kids aren't going to get their lives changed by him. And I was like, oh, no. This isn't cool. This isn't how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be, we're supposed to have these changes. We're supposed to have these people in our lives who pour into us when no one else will. And that's what he was for me. He would pour into me, but I felt like not many other people were. And I was like, you know what? It's got to be me. Because if it's not me, then who's it going to be? And then the next year, I kind of didn't do what I wanted. And I didn't really get the achievements that I wanted. I didn't become him. I didn't become that level of brave and kind and talking to everyone. But I did what I could when I could. And it was hard because I had a lot of social anxiety. I had a lot of issues going on. But I would go to people. I saw people who would sit at lunch all cuddled up in a ball, and they were just kind of sitting there. And I went over to them and I said, hey, are you doing okay? And that was a terrifying thing for me. And my friends, they would be like, I can't believe you did that. I wouldn't do that. I would do little things. Like if somebody dropped their pens in the hallway, I would be late to class to help them pick up their pens. It really wasn't a big thing, but it made a difference. People noticed. People talked about it. People would go up to me and tell me that, like, they noticed. And then I had, like, this life-changing experience going into my senior year of high school, and all of a sudden I was like, no, this is different. I'm going to be different now. And so I went into high school my senior year, and I was like, I'm going to be like him. I'm going to do what he did. I'm going to help people the way he helped me. And you know what? I did it. And I'm not trying to brag. What I'm trying to say is that we're capable of doing these things. The person that I was, I would have never thought I was capable of becoming who I became. But I did. And it did change the world. Small change of the world. It changed the world. I saw a TikTok, and it was like, AOC isn't going to save us. This isn't going to save us. Greta Thunberg, sorry I said her name wrong, isn't going to save us. This isn't going to save us. That isn't going to save us. Nonprofits aren't going to save us. Listed all the things. They said those aren't going to save us. What's going to save us is community. What's going to save us is you going to the person next to you and saying, hey, I want to make sure you're okay. And that is what changes the world. Yeah, sure, Mr. Rogers, he's great. He changed the world, for sure. He changed my life. He changed a lot of people's lives, made a lot of people feel better. He changed the world. But I can change the world too. With where I am, who I am, right now, right here, all the way down in Battery City, I can change the world. And you can too. It's just this matter of wanting it and going for it. And just kindness. Just being kind. Even if it's giving an hour of your time a week to like a food kitchen or something. It's really hard right now with the coronavirus going on. But maybe it's just you go to your sister and you're like, hey babe, I know you're kind of in high school and that sucks, and I just want to make sure you're okay. That could be all that it is. Maybe it's reaching out to someone who you knew from high school and saying, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you doing? Like, we all have that capability. We all have something. Someone. Even if it's just the next time you go to the store, you smile. And you just take a light. Be the light. Take it and make it you. I don't know what I'm going with. I'm not going... yeah. I don't know what I'm going with. I don't know where I'm going with this. There's the words I wanted. I mean it. Like, this is important to me. This is what I've always been writing about, because it's important. It's important to be kind. And Cat, come here. Come here. He loves me. Titan, no. Stay with me. I love you. Are you gonna go to bed here? Okay, cool. I have a lap cat. So good. But it's just taking... Sorry, I got really distracted by him. Isn't he so good? I love you, Tidy. So good. So good. And help other people untangle. No! No! Titan! Titan left me. And there's not a lot we can do sometimes, but we can still do something. And that's part of what's beautiful about being a human. And we just keep trying. We just keep pushing forward. We can still take the next step, whatever the heck that might look like. Maybe it's literally just, oh, there's a water bottle on the floor and my room's a little bit dirtier because there's a water bottle on the floor, but I can pick up that water bottle and I can throw it away. And now my room's better. And look, you took a step to make a better tomorrow. Or going off a grander world perspective, you could take that water bottle and instead of throwing it in the trash, throw it in the recycling. Then you've made a difference. It's small things. It's small things. The world is made up of small things. People will talk about how, oh, that, yeah, sure, you did a little bit of a difference, but how much of a change did it actually make? I have a story for you. And I don't know if I've shared this story before, but I love it, and so I'm going to share it again. I learned this story at Royal Family Kids Camp, which is the foster kid camp that I work at, and the story is about starfish. What it is, there was once an old man, and he went for a walk every day. One day he decided he was going to go for a walk at the beach. When he went to the beach, he noticed something very sad. Hundreds upon hundreds and thousands upon thousands of starfish laying out on the sand to bake in the sun, to die. He was very sad about this, but there wasn't really much he could do. So he continued walking, just watching the starfish, wishing that he could help, but not knowing what to do. And then he saw a little boy. This little boy walked over to a starfish, stooped down, pick it up, throw it into the ocean. Walked over to another starfish, scooped down, pick it up, threw it into the ocean. The old man, he saw the little boy, and he's like, that's a sweet effort, but hey, kid. The little boy's like, yeah, mister? And he goes, what you're doing is a great work, and it's very nice, but you can't help all these starfish. There's just too many. You're not going to make a difference. And the little boy kind of thought about it for a while, and kind of looked down sadly at a starfish. And he picked it up, and he threw it into the ocean. And he looked at the old man, and he said, it made a difference to that one. And I love this story, because it points out the fact that, yes, you can't help everyone, but you can help someone. You can do a little thing. You can't adopt every orphan in the world, but you can adopt a kid, and you can give that kid a loving household. You can make that kid feel loved. Maybe you can't change the climate. You can't fix climate change. You're just one person. But you can take the bottle and you can recycle it. You can go and you can take your time to help the planet by picking up trash. You can do these little things that, yes, in the grand scheme of things, it's really, really tiny, but it's giant. Little things together add up into something big. And yes, you are one person, but we are all one person. There's another thing in an Amelia Fart video also about the beach, and she says that the illusion is that we are a grain of sand lost among innumerable amounts of sand. The truth is that all those pieces of sand together make the beach. If the sand wasn't there, the beach wouldn't be there. It's not that we are isolated. It is not that we are insignificant. It is that all together we make it. All together we make the thing that is real and important and possible. And it is a long journey. It has been years in the process and we still haven't gotten our goal, but we've made it a long way, and it's beautiful. It's really just wonderful, and I think it's so easy to fix our eyes on these small, sad things, these big sad things, just sad things, or we can recognize that these sad things exist and we can focus on what we can do, the small things we can do. Hank and John Green, they have the Project for Awesome. They have these things that they do to help the world. And sure, John and Hank Green aren't going to save everything in the planet, but they have made such a big change to it. And every donation that we make to the Project for Awesome, or every search we make in Ecosia, which is a search engine that plants trees, everything we do, all those little things together will make our world a better place. It will fix something. It'll help something, and that's sometimes all that we can do. Maybe sometimes we're the President of the United States of America, and that's pretty dope, and there's a lot we can do from that position. It's a muscle that we have to practice. It's a muscle we have to exercise, this muscle of kindness. We're not all going to be able to wake up tomorrow and be Mr. Rogers. But what we can do is we can sit there and we can say, what's one nice thing I can do today? And tomorrow we can say, what's another nice thing I can do today? What are these nice things that I can do that are small and insignificant, but over time can make a difference? There's so many things that you wouldn't think would make a difference. So many things that don't matter, but they do. My friend who I lost one time when I went backstage for a show, she said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I said, "I'm having a panic attack." And she said, "Oh, that's not good." And then she gave me fries. And it was the nicest thing anyone had done for me in a really long time. And it was so insignificant that she forgot about it, like, immediately. And I was talking to her about it just a little while ago, and she was like, "You remember that?" And yes, I remember that, because it's important, and it's amazing, and I can't believe that you gave me your fries. You didn't have to give me your fries, but you gave me your fries. One time I was having a really rough week at college, and I came home, my dorm, and my roommate had left me a bottle of lemon juice. And yeah, it's small. A bottle of lemon juice is like, what, $1? But it made such a big difference to me. I drink lemon juice like it's a beverage, in case you were wondering. They are small things. Cost like $1. Fries, they cost like $1. The lemon juice, it costs like $1. But you know what? It makes a difference. It makes a difference. I often wonder what I've done that I don't realize I've done that has made a difference. And I think we all have had those things that we do that we don't think about because we're not doing it to make a difference even. We're just doing it out of the kindness of our hearts, but it makes somebody's day. It changes somebody's world. Maybe it's something that someone will think about forever. There's not really much we can do on a large scale, but each of us has the capability to do what we can. Of course, we have the capability to do what we can. That's like the definition of what we can do. It's the things that we have the capability of doing. But we can do something. That's what I'm trying to say. We can be kind. We can do those little things. We had a teacher at my high school who passed away before I was able to meet him, but the town had this thing called Random Hacks of Hazel, and the quote from Mr. Hazel that we had all over was, "Be somebody who makes somebody feel like somebody." And I just really love that, and it's something I've thought about a lot. And we can do that by very small things. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe if you want, hit like if you want, do what you want. And I will see you later. Bye.